Good morning, dear students. Today we'll study the secondary market. So we already learned that in the primary market we have the company. Say for example here XYZ company. This company will sell its shares to an investor. Okay. So this investor will in return give money to the company. So what happens in primary market? Company sells to an investor. Now, after studying this part, you should understand that in a secondary market, in case this investor doesn't want to hold on to the shares and is finding a better offer or a higher price than what she purchased it for, she will sell it to another investor. This process happens in the secondary market over the stock exchange. Stock exchange is a particular place where two investors can buy and sell shares. So she will sell the same shares to this investor and investor will give her the money. And this cycle goes on. So when we talk about any secondary market, okay, secondary market is normally also called as the stock exchange. Now, a market where securities are traded after being initially offered to public. As I told you, these securities are issued to the public in the primary market, but in the secondary market it is available as it is listed on the exchange. So the investors can buy from another investor. Secondary market comprises of both equity markets and the debt markets. So if you are buying and selling equity shares, it will be called as the equity market. If you are buying and selling debentures and bonds, it will be called as a debt market. Now, as you know, secondary market comes after primary market, because once the issue is done, then the further trading is done on the secondary market. So when you say secondary market, it's a trading market. Now this market encourages new investment. So anybody wants to make new investment or wants to purchase shares and get the feeling of buying your shares, they can go for secondary market because they can purchase it from another investors. If you have a lifelong wish to buy Nestle shares and be a owner or a part of the ownership capital, you can go and purchase from the secondary market. This increases liquidity. Or what do you mean by liquidity? The ability to convert an investment into cash easily. So what it means, if an investor has Infosys company shares. Now, when he has Infosys company shares, he will want to sell it at one point of time. When he sells it, he should easily be able to find sellers. When you're easily able to find sellers, it means money is flowing from one party to another quickly. So when you have a secondary market, you can easily buy and sell, and immediately there is a good flow of cash. So that particular market is very liquid. Unlike primary market, this market has a particular place. So if you want to buy and sell, you have to go to the stock exchange. Now when I say go to the stock exchange, doesn't mean you have to physically go to the stock exchange. Earlier they used to follow the method of sending a representative, that is a client or a clerk, the clerk to the trading pit, okay, or to the stock exchange. But now everything is gone online. So what all you can sell or buy on a secondary market? You can buy equity shares, that is the ownership shares. You can buy preference shares. They are called as preference shares because they have first preference over the equity shares when there is liquidation. Third, you can buy and sell debentures, or fourth, bonds. Difference between debentures and bonds is debentures are normally issued by corporates and bonds are normally issued by corporations. There is no fresh issue in the secondary market. As I told you, here there is no first issue. Here you are only going to have a trade between investor to investor. There is no company coming into picture. So these securities are traded in highly regularized and legalized markets within strict rules and regulations. Who regularizes and legalizes? SEBI. Okay, so Security Exchange Board of India is the one who will set rules and regulations. He will be the regulator of that particular market and they will be forming the rules. So any complaints or frauds that you come across should be addressed by SEBI. Now when we talk about secondary market, it has a role to play. So secondary market's first role is economic parameter. Now whether an economy is in depression, there is no growth or prosperity, this you can make out with the help of secondary market. Why? When you have, as I told you, the same concept, when you have investable funds, that is the only time we go for investments. If you have no investable funds, you won't go for investments. So, higher the investable funds, more the investment. More the investment will lead to prosperity. So, you can make out that when the volume of investments increase in an economy, in the secondary market, you can say that the economy is in prosperity. But if there is less or no investable funds, the investment will drop and this will lead to depression. Zero growth is when there is moderate amount of investable funds. There is no too much of volume, nor there is less volume of investment. Next we have, that is the pricing of securities. Now when we talk about pricing of securities, as I always show you, demand and supply factor plays a very important role. Here, when the demand is increasing, you should buy. When you buy here, automatically the supply will begin to increase and slowly this barometer will fall down. So, when it is going upwards, here you should try to sell. Now, pricing of securities all depends on how much is the demand for the securities and how much is the supply. More the demand, lesser will be the supply. So more the supply, less is the demand. So now the stock market helps to value the securities on the basis of demand and supply factors. So whenever you say who governs the secondary market prices, it all depends on the investors. How much they want to buy and sell. Now, one more important thing is safety of transactions. Everybody should remember that whenever any buying and selling takes place, the safety is ensured by SEBI. Now, SEBI cannot be playing all the roles everywhere. So, normally what happens to provide safety, they have someone called as the clearing house. Clearing house is an institution or an agent which will benefit the safety of transaction. How does it help in safety? We will study in detail further. But as of now, you need to understand that this particular clearing house will ensure that the buyer who is buying gets the shares while the seller who is selling will get the money. This is what guarantee is given by this clearing house. Who appoints this clearing house? SEBI. SEBI will appoint the clearing house through the stock exchange. So stock exchange will then see how the clearing house is functioning. What clearing house ensures that the buyer who is buying gets the shares and the seller who is selling gets the money. Very importantly. Now, next important factor is when you talk about contributes to economic growth. Now, how does it contribute to economic growth? This process of investing, reinvesting, or not investing becomes very productive for capital formation. So, the moment you invest, there are high chances in which these investable funds are used by the company for expansion. When they expand, automatically the economy will grow because they are going to work more, they are going to earn more, and they'll be paying the government also more taxes. Liquidity, as I told you earlier also, it is providing a ready market for sale and purchase of securities. So if I can sell and purchase securities quickly without any hesitation to find exact buyers and sellers, it is called as a liquid market. Better allocation of capital means The stock exchange helps to allot the investors funds to profitable channels. So these is a way in which the stock exchange will show the ratings of that particular issue, whether the issue is good, whether the issuer is credit worthy or not. So you can make decisions by looking at the credit worthiness of a particular uh, issuer, or you can read the financial statements, or you can see the technical analysis done by the stock exchange, and then make a decision of allotting your money in a particular company. Now, this particular secondary market promotes habits of savings and investment. So, when you save, you have some investable funds. These investable funds will be an investment to you. So, they will help you to save and moreover earn higher returns. So more the savings, more the investment, more the returns. Now, whenever we talk about these secondary market, we need to understand how this trading takes place. So whenever you say trading, it happens through placing of orders. So it's not just like you go and you enter any details. It is you have to place certain orders. Now these orders are placed by whom? Investors. Now matching these orders and finding a counter order is done by the trading system. As I told you earlier, it was a manual way of matching the buyer and seller. But now who do we have? We have the brokers who help us with the help of the entire trading system. The entire trading system is now online. Now take an example of this. There is a buyer, there is a seller. This buyer and seller want to buy and sell. This person may be in UK, this person may be in India. Now I cannot physically go and find a buyer or seller by going and visiting countries. So here the share market will have a platform for all the people all over the world to come and trade. So this buyer will appoint a broker who is a broker of this share market. This seller will appoint a broker who is a broker of this share market. Now this share market will have a system, like say for example in BSE we have a bolt system, in NSE we have a neat system. These are systems, online trading systems, which help to find the data of who is interested in what type of securities. So imagine this buyer wants to buy 10 equity shares of a particular company, say for example Reliance, okay, Reliance Industries Limited. This company wants, the person wants to sell 10 equity shares of Reliance India Industry Limited. So when they want to buy and sell, these brokers will place, the buyer will place an order with the broker. Broker will place an order with the share market. Same way, seller will place an order with the broker. Broker will place an order with the share market. These will be matched by the share market and then it will be informed to the broker. Broker will then inform the buyer. Same way, once it is matched, that is, once the share market finds this buyer and seller, they will do the matching. Now, what happens here? The clearing house on behalf of share market or share stock exchange will have, as I told you earlier, they will facilitate the transfer of shares to the buyer. So he wants to buy, right? So he will get his shares and he will pay the funds and the seller will get the money after T plus 2 days. Now what is T plus 2 days? T day is the trading day. Now all this which I explained to you helps on a trading day, and it takes 2 days after that to transfer these shares and for this person to get his funds. Followed? So when I speak about trading in securities market, as I said, first an order has to be placed. Once an order is placed by the investors, the matching is done and a counter order is found. So for this person, a counter order is a seller. For a buyer, the counter order is a seller. Now, orders refer to instructions which are given by these customers to any broking firm or any broker, okay, to buy or sell. So, as I told you, they will place an order with the brokers. Brokers will try to match it with the share market orders. Now, the share market will then have the clearing house who will guarantee that after T plus 2 days the full settlement is done. So on the trading day these orders are placed and matched. Okay, so the matching of orders is done, and on the T plus 2 days, after trading day plus 2 days, this person will have the shares in his account and this person will have the money in the account. This is how trading of securities in a secondary market takes place.